Monday morning gym, complete push day. Pretty good, can't complain.
What's going on? Good Monday morning. We are trying out the tropical punch, I believe, flavor of the ice plus caffeine drinks. Pretty good, I would say. Looks like piss, but it does taste good. We have just locked in half, almost gonna lock in the full positions, up that 50% on AI. I had AI puts that hedge the Robinhood portfolio, and I'll overlay on the screen here, but I locked in half of those. The 20 level broke. Essentially, everyone bought this thing over 20 bucks the past, couple months. Once 20 broke, clear support. You got a price target downgrade. That was the nail in the coffin. This weekend also though, I picked this up in other news. Saucony's. I have had some nasty blisters on the sides of my feet and my toes. So I was like, okay, let's go get actually sized for a pair of shoes. So I went in to Fleet Feet. It's a pretty solid spot, and they actually sized the whole machine thing. So I got these. Only color, I was thinking about going for more of like a, I don't know, like more of a citrusy kind of color, if that makes sense, and less of like the purpley blue. Only color they had, but more padding on the foot. And I also got sized up a half a size. I thought I was an 11. We went with 11 and a half, and it seems like that should work. Because as you're running too, the longer you run, or when you're running longer distances, your feet will kind of inflame and swell up a little more. So the problem I was having was my feet are a little bit wider. They're actually a lot wider than average. And the whole thing with the arch is like taller and whatnot. So my feet were kind of busting out of the shoes and it wasn't fitting properly. So we had to size up a half a size. So we're gonna try these guys out. The game plan though is that, a couple months, and then you got to get new shoes because you really run these things into the ground. We'll see how long these things will last. Probably not going to use my other ones that I was using, but we're going to test these guys out this week. So that's the plan. It seems like the market's kind of shitty again in terms of there's not much direction. So I don't plan on doing anything today outside of selling the hedges that I have in the portfolio. I mean, the reality is that we've got a lot of earnings this week. We've got GDP, we've got jobless numbers on Thursday, and we've got PCE on Friday. So should be a good week in terms of stuff to move us, catalyst, but I'm just gonna chill for now. There's no reason to do anything, other work to do in the meantime, and that's all I'm gonna do. I got some ad stuff really freaking pissing me off with these Facebook ad things I've been working on, but I guess you live and learn by testing. I've been testing different styles and different optimization strategies out, and like this campaign that I've been trying to run, it's like, it wasn't doing great. So I was like, let me just try this other couple different things. And I've been trying different stuff and just essentially throwing money out the door because this does not working. And the original way I was running it was working. So we're probably gonna have to go back to the original way, but you live and learn, can't complain. That's essentially one of the bigger priorities for this week. Today's 5 miler easy run, done. Shaved about a minute off of last week's easy run time. Did it with pretty much ease, actually did about like a half mile extra. We're gonna rip into some of these bad boys right here. We got some Kodiak cakes, we'll put some egg whites in here. Put them in this bad boy, some fruit. I don't mess around. I don't mess around when it comes to these things, okay? This thing is a masterpiece. We had strawberries and berries that were gonna go bad. They've been like over a week old, so if I didn't eat them now, they're gonna be going bad, so I had to take them all out. But look at that freaking beautiful stack. Tuesday at the standing desk. This thing I bought like 7 years ago, maybe even like more. And it was kind of a joke, but it was just kind of like a roller to kind of roll out muscles and whatnot. Comes in handy, let me tell you. Calves and really a lot of my legs, just rolling these things out after some runs. I'm having a good time with this thing, as weird as it kind of seems. Today, I'll put it up on the screen, but today we ended up at $38 green. We can go out to lunch. We had essentially the same trade. I just didn't give it enough time in terms of the respected level on AMD. Ended up being a really good day to the downside. I actually had a $50 futures trade on one contract, so that actually panned out pretty good. The Robinhood's doing well. The portfolio's actually doing. We had some hedges that worked out nicely. TMF's doing decent, so we're actually this week so far we're up a little bit. Or it's a much better week than last. That's for sure. So we'll see how it goes, but I'm liking the progress so far. Also on that note, I got one of these. It's like a knockoff version of one of the expensive, whatever they're called, Theraguns. This thing is sick. Check this out. I got it for like 60 bucks on Amazon. There's a bunch of different attachments. You can change the speeds, all that good stuff. Highly recommend it. And the battery lasts a long time. So I've been using this a good bit as well when I'm sore. Helps a ton. Also, another note, I've been using ChatGPT a lot more just for like random stuff. So name generation, YouTube tags. Like I was paying a service that did other stuff as well for like SEO purposes for some of my channels. And now I'm saving like 50 bucks a month because I can essentially do it all here. So it's actually, there's been like a couple things the past couple weeks that I've realized, hey, I can just do this. And I got rid of a bunch of these services that saved me like a couple $100 a month now, ultimately by just using this for free, which is pretty cool. All right, a lot going on here, but we finally got a decent trend day. Take a look at SPY. A lot of decent downside moves today across the day. Also, we bumped this in the background for like a lot of the time. I'm just chilling. I'm not focusing like super intensely. EDM's the go-to. This stuff right here, check this out. So before I get into it, like the potential is there. And I'm like, oh, this is kind of interesting on how it's gonna be. I don't think these are out in stores yet. It's like a sample for my girlfriend's work. She brought it home, but I mean, look inside. I wasn't sure what I was expecting to see, but like it is just like super thick, or I guess super watered down oatmeal that you then drink. Okay, I turn the camera on. Like it's not bad. It's not thin enough to where you can chug it and just get it down, because like if you do, it's like, at least for me, it's like super thick oatmeal going down your throat. Like it's kind of gross. The consistency is there, like it's just weird, you know? And I guess you drink it nice and slow, I guess it kind of lasts, but I'm not sure I'm a fan. I don't know, I just couldn't see myself chugging this thing down every day or a couple times a week. Just something's off. That said though, best day in a while, day trade wise, P&L wise, just in general, things are just doing decent. I'll put some screenshots up on the screen of, I guess, a couple trades for today, but it kind of worked out. We had some nice downside moves, and we've got some hedges that we put on at the right times. I mean, I had an IWM hedge. It's up as I speak. It's up 35%. I bought this 2 days ago, so I kind of timed the hedges right. And that's in the Robinhood portfolio and whatnot. But I mean, the thing about that is like, I'm happy that it's working, but I'm kind of at this crossroads of, do I sell it and just say, hey, like it hedged me for a chunk of the downside, or do I hold it? Because I got out to June. Do I hold it, you know what I mean? And just kind of like say, hey, like this is my downside protection for the next couple of months or a couple of weeks, you know what I mean? So I'm kind of at this crossroads, and I don't want to try to think I know the timing and try to like, oh yeah, I can try to just guess the timing and I'll just sell it now, then I'll rebuy it cheaper later, because you can do that all you want. I'm looking at the chart and I'm like, doesn't look good. So I would want to probably hold this thing. So I'm gonna probably hold it. Chart doesn't look good. We're going through earnings. To be honest, like we had some good reactions from Microsoft and Google off the initial move yesterday, but sell off today. Market's gonna do what the market wants to do. It doesn't give a shit about earnings. It seems like it's gonna do what it wants to do. So I think I'm gonna hold on to it. We go up 50+% though, I'm gonna have to consider cutting this thing off and just locking in. It did its job, because if I didn't have the hedge, wouldn't be the end of the world, right? I'm not holding, like I'm not screwed. And now that I did, it made me a couple $100 that I can then use to buy the dip if I want to, or just add into long terms later on. You know what I mean? Like it's kind of the deal. So long explanation, but that's where I'm at. Oh no, man. The blueberry was sour. Other news, we're getting a dog. So my girlfriend just got approved. My girlfriend just got approved for a dog that is located near Miami. So I think in about a month, we're gonna have to take a road trip down to Miami and bring this puppy home. It's gonna be, I mean, everything looks, deposits sent in and all that stuff, but I think in like a month, we're gonna have a little pup running around. I still think I'm gonna get my own dog eventually, and it'll probably be a male, because she got a female, I'll probably get a male, we'll see. But yeah, that's the plan. So in about a month, we're gonna get a dog. We're going to the desert in like 3 weeks. So shit's gonna kind of get interesting in May, but it's gonna be, it should be a fun summer, and I'm sure the dog will run around in future videos. So be happy to have fun with the dog, and give me a lot of training, a lot of work, but I'm excited. God. The go-to pre-workout snack or pre-run snack these days has been piece of toast. I eat the ends because no one else does. And we're gonna put a little bit of this, a little bit of this, and a little bit of this. Like a little local, oh shit. Nothing like a little local honey to get you going. So I haven't been a big honey guy, and I'm not gonna put a shit ton of honey on this thing, but like in a perfect world, I have a better pattern on here, it would look nicer. But with the left hand, this is the best we can do. So that's really it. Like, it's just simple. Like, you can put more or less, whatever. Gets the job done. And then this, just to top it off, a little salt. Woo! Had to take this bad boy for the run today because 5 miles in about 75, 80 degrees in the sun. Not the best of conditions, but we finally got a pretty nice trend day behind me on the screens. Was another good day, green day. Had mostly green trades, some pretty small. One was a decent one for the sizing, but honestly, we're getting some better action on the market, so good to see that. Seems like every time we get a nice pullback day or two, buyers come right back. It is now Saturday. Friday in the books was a good day. We ended up finishing the week green across all accounts, futures, options, and the Robinhood portfolio as well. I'll put up the post and the screenshots on the screen here. Honestly, a pretty decent week. Better action. Didn't finish it as well as I could have hoped or I wanted to, but not gonna complain. This morning knocked out an 11-mile run. It's getting kind of weird, and I don't know if it's a good or bad thing, because now I'm waking up at like 5:30 without an alarm. And like usually I would not be able to do that, but now that's kind of the case. So we did that 11 miles, which is longer than the usual 10. So we're upping that to 11 now and just slowly upping the miles. Kept a pretty steady 9:30 pace. That's been the pace that I can essentially maintain for pretty much any distance. To a degree, I just haven't run much past 10, 11 miles. So, you know, little by little, week after week, we'll kind of up that to 12 to 15, eventually into the 20s. And that'll be like the long run for the week. But that's the plan. Things are going pretty good on the training side, so I can't complain. The weight's actually been kind of going up, whether that, believe it or not, doing more cardio, burning more calories, but I have been eating a crap ton of food. I'm just hungry all the time. Today we have a graduation party and just gonna be kind of a chill day, doing some stuff around the house, getting ready for the new puppy that's coming soon. If you guys are still here, thanks so much for watching. Hit the thumbs up, really appreciate you, and I'll see you in next week's video.